Welcome back. It's your boy. Big C-No in the house. Without a doubt, I'm the one with clout that they all rap about. Check me out. It is going up. Luka flamed LeBron today. Oh my God. In his beautiful Slavic language. He don't even know what he's done. By there being a language barrier, he doesn't understand what he said was very offensive to LeBron James. Oh my God. And I loved every minute of it. I want him to say it again. Keep saying it, Luka, because this is what we need. This is what the sport needs. It needs for somebody to stand up like a man, tell them exactly what's going down. Oh, I loved it. Oh, I loved it so much. Well, if you think about what fired, then you would understand that this is the level of what you have to deal with. See, the narrative's never changed. It never gotten better. It consistently was a stranglehold on the whole industry. Now, I want you to remember this. The last time something like this happened on a team, there was an impasse that neither one could get across. Oh, no, I'm serious. It's no joke. There was a direct impasse. And with that direct impasse, neither side could get across. Nobody could get their point across. Which meaning that the team was divided into two teams. It was Team LeBron, and it's going to be Team Luka. Now, this team is being structured and built around Luka Doncic. LeBron says, I understand, out with the old, in with the new.
It's a big change. He's a great player. He's going to help us a lot. But at the end of the day, our mentality needs to be next man up. We've got a group of guys they're practicing, and hopefully LeBron can join us as soon as possible. Obviously need him, but our mentality got to be next man up.
Without him playing, how much did that put more of a load on you? Do you view it that way?
No, I don't think so.
So you have to do a little bit more. I mean, you do a lot as it is, but
I just want to play basketball. I'll do less, a little more, whatever it takes to get a win.
Luka, in Poland, you and I talked. You had said how excited you were to get the time together with the team, with the group, to figure out things that you weren't able to figure out on the court. Obviously, that hasn't happened with LeBron in live action. Have you guys been able to still problem solve, talk about things, and has it been? Have you gotten value out of the time together with them, even though you haven't been on the court?
Yeah, of course. But it's not everything about on the court. It's about chemistry off the court too. So obviously now it's a little more off the court. But while we watch practices this week, we're talking a lot about it.
So, as they were trying to say, hey man, is it more of a load, less of a load? But by him saying it's next man up when it comes to LeBron James, it's beautiful. Oh my God, that is beautiful. Oh, that's what's up. I know it. They're riding in Carolina. I mean, it's supposed to be a cakewalk for the Cowboys. They better be, with my money on the line. Better be a cakewalk. Now, here's where the problem set in at. I see with Luka Doncic, what he did right here was so brave and so poignant. I felt that was the way he was supposed to respond, because there's nothing in this universe, okay, that should put him in a position where he's not. He's the leader of this team. Whether, LeBron is there, yeah, he's going to cast a big shadow. He's Bron. He's going to stick his chest out. Hey, I'm still Bron now. Don't nobody forget about me. I'm Bron. Yep. Ain't nothing going on without me. Nope. How you going to have a team without me? I got to be the best thing moving out here. Yep. That's the way I see it. It's either got to go my way or it's got to go my way. That's it. Yep, that's about all I could do. I don't know what they want me to say. Next man up. Well, I ain't mad at Luka for saying that. It should be the next man up. It was next man up when he was out, and I was playing, so, and I'm 40. So, when he goes down, hopefully he don't, but if he do, is it going to be next man up for him? I'm just asking, for what's going on. Is it going to be next man up for him? I don't know. He got skinny. That don't mean nothing. That fat was probably protecting him, keeping him on the court. Now he, skinny Luka, somebody bump him down, he might fall out of the air, If I was him, I would just shoot threes and pass me the ball. But I'm not the coach. Whatever JJ wants to run, even though I put him in there. Now, here's the scenario. Luka really said nothing wrong, but he don't understand that when it comes to the cast of players, LeBron's ego is not going to be able to take somebody saying, hey, Bron, Bron's a good player and all, but this next man up. And Luka be like, I don't see what's wrong with that. Next man up. It's the next guy. He's going to step in and, it doesn't take away from LeBron. Why is he mad at me? Because you said you made it like LeBron is just a regular player on the team. And anybody can just step up and take his place. Next man up with LeBron James. Yes. Next man up for that bum. Hey, what you mopping the floor for? You want to run? It's next man up. Who am I replacing? LeBron James. All right, let me put this mop down. No, just leave the mop. Just let it drop. Let it drop. We got somebody else for that. You can get on the court. It's next man up for that bum. You ain't losing nothing. Did you win a championship with LeBron? Nope. So you ain't losing nothing. Next man up for him. Of course he's next man up. Luka ain't say a damn thing wrong. That's right, Luka is next man up. And as long as the next man ain't him, we good. We are good. Next man should be out, and that's him. He should be the next man out, like out the door, out the universe, out the stratosphere. You see, what Luka did was set the tone. And I'm so glad he did it, because JJ been sitting here running his mouth saying a bunch of nothing. And he knows the media, they want to get something that they can write. The media tell you all the time, come on, give me something I can write. Come on now. Give me something I could use. Give me something I could write. Give me something I could write. Give you something you can write. I'm telling you what you need to write. I swear I watched the media manipulate our friends. When my boy died, right? They got the media to come around and start talking and asking people questions about his character. They didn't print one word I said. First, he was murdered, which is the only reason they want to come by and do the story. Secondly, they're asking people who barely know him. I'm like, this is a side piece you talking to. What? I mean, this was many years ago. Thanks, Jersey A. But this was so many years ago. We talking about 20 years ago, but still. I'm like, you talking to a side piece. Like, she's like the third side piece in the equation. And you interviewing her. Like, I'm like, she know him, but not in the way like everybody else. And her comment was printed. I'm like, they printed your comment? He don't even hang out with him. He know of him, but he don't hang out with him. He's a coward. I was like, oh my God. And they got him kneeling down with his hand in his head. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. What in the world is going on here? The person that knew him the best, not one word was taken from my quote, because they tried to manipulate me like they was manipulating them, except for they fell for it. All I read in the article, this doggone jump off. He told me, he asked me not to hang around his friends. He told me not to hang around any of his friends and not to get in any trouble and don't hang out with his friends. And that's right in there. And as they painting the story to what they want to create a gang war, which it wasn't no gang war at all. He was in the gas station with his girlfriend and somebody shot at the car, saw it was him and wanted to shoot at him. And he ended up getting killed. So he wasn't even in a gang fight. He was on the date with his girl, his main girl. And all of this happens. And now these people are telling a story that doesn't even exist. I mean, she's making herself sound like she was the love of his life or somebody. It was like unbelievable. But the media, when they tried to interview me, kept trying to lead me to go the way they did. Oh, come on. When I start telling them about, the character, the type of person he is. Oh, come on. Everybody's saying that. Give me something I can write. So when they use these tactics in the media, it's to get you to go down the road, or if you say this, oh, tell me more about that. Nothing, it was a big fight that happened, right? And like, who was involved? A fight? What happened? They want to see who they can manipulate. And everybody that they interviewed was a complete moron. Now, that's what this reminds me of. Media manipulation. So JJ comes in and wants to manipulate the entire media.
How you and your coaching staff received that news, and how's it going to impact the start of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that he was dealing with the nerve irritation, so you hope that he's back soon. I mean, those things can be tricky. So I don't think it's, we knew this going into camp, so it wasn't like it's changed anything for how we want to practice or what our philosophies are with preseason games. It is unclear who's going to be what the starting lineup is going to be. I mean, that's the reality until he's back. So we'll have to figure that out.
You haven't put a lot of emphasis on the starting lineup. I understand. Obviously, you go through many over an 82-game season, but philosophy-wise, you'll have like a LeBron lineup and a non-LeBron lineup.
Potentially, yeah. Something that certainly has crossed my mind in the last couple of days. Yeah.
Has he been shut down at all from activities? He's still able to?
No, he's been on the court every day.
He's still able to?
Yeah, he's been on the court every day. Yep.
How has it affected your game plan, game change practices with him not being able to practice, knowing that he won't be available?
No effect on practice planning, and we haven't game planned yet, so no effect.
What's the plan for tomorrow in terms of guys availability?
Luka's TBD. I mean, Luka, full participant in today's practice. He's TBD. He's gonna play in 2 games in preseason. AR will play tomorrow. I think everybody else is good to go. That's not obviously on the list of players that are injured. So there's no real update on Maxey, Adu, LeBron, Marcus will play tomorrow. Yeah.
Austin, Luka, 2-man, with LeBron off last year. Small sample size, but they're pretty good against some safety. What did you see in those groupings in that stretch when LeBron was out? Is that a potential? You obviously want LeBron to be clear.
Yeah.
Is there a silver lining, I guess?
Yeah, we have some experience with it. I do know, because we looked at this stuff too a few weeks ago. Those guys with Joe and no LeBron that was like the best sort of variation of the no LeBron lineup with those 2 on the court. And obviously Joe's not here anymore. So we're going to have to figure out, our lineup combinations and our rotations over the next 2 weeks. And we feel really confident with AR, obviously, and with Luka as primary guys. And when they're on the court together, we have 2 primary guys that can put pressure on the defense. Got to figure out the rotations and lineups around that.
Talking to Luka in Europe and after the end of the season, there was all this excitement about let's all just get together and we can start to figure this stuff out. Obviously, not having LeBron probably takes some of the air out of that. Have you still seen the brainstorming and the collaboration? Can you see it without one of the guys on the court?
Oh, yeah.
And is there still value in this, even if you're not getting, the best version of it?
I told them after we did a little exercise today. We split the teams up into what we thought were fairly even groups, played 2 8-minute halves, treated the second half like an end of game. It ended up going into overtime. We were tied after the overtime, so we ended in a tie, 49-49. And I let Ty coach the gray team and Lindsay coach the purple team. And I just was an observer. And what I observed today, over and over and over again, were small interactions. And to me, the best teams, the best groups, the best organizations in any field, small interactions are so important. And how many small interactions can you have in a game? You should have thousands. Good screen, good job, good pass. I got you next time. That's what we're starting to see from our group, which we were not, Frank, we were not great with that last year. That's part of our championship communication. So that.
You see, we were not great with that last year. Why you weren't great with that last year? Who was there last year? Who was the denomination? Who was that fall upon? LeBron, Ramon, James. We were not great with that communication. Guy was like, my bad, I'll get you next time. All that communication on the court. Now, we wasn't good with that when we had that goddamn old-ass bum out here who ain't going to take no responsibility, who ain't going to communicate with the rest of the damn team. No, we ain't going to have none of that with him. Now it's harmony. The Lakers are so goddamn happy he out the way they don't know what happened, what hit him. Now, LeBron going to be JJ. I'm the reason you got that job. They're going to be, yeah, thanks. Now you got to go. JJ don't know what he's doing as a coach. That's why he got two coaches there to help him. Never in the history of this game has a head coach just walked onto a team who used to be a player and just walks onto the court and without any type of coaching whatsoever and take the head coaching reign. At least they put Danny Ainge on the sideline and made him an assistant before they walked him into the head coaching spot. I thought it was pretty awful and rather pathetic, the route they chose to go. But that's what they do. Now, what is the new move? Because JJ has just set the tone for what is going to be called the new reality. The new reality is this. Whoever is in control next, that's the problem. That's the person that's going to set the standard. And when you set the standard, now they don't like that too much. They always moving the envelope. Like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football. Somebody's always there that's going to pull the foot back and make it go somewhere else that it's not supposed to go. All right. We get the play. We get the play. But here's the narrative. It isn't going to work. Now, let's get to the main sauce. Dalton Knecht wanting out of the Los Angeles Lakers. Mainly because you got this guy. Yeah, man, I like Dalton, man, but shoot, my boy got to play. I like my boy more, man. That's just how it is. He my boy, he my blood. So he got to play, man. Bronny got to play. That's just it. Got to play Bronny, man. Sorry. So the apology is all about him. Now, Kobe and CP, had they allowed them to play, that would have been the picture you would have saw. Right? But instead, y'all got a guy who's made a mockery of the game. Now, when you start thinking about Dalton Knecht, you can't do that without thinking about Bronny James. Bronny James came in and basically messed up the whole progression of Dalton Knecht. Dalton Knecht was playing out of his mind until they tried to trade him behind his back in the middle of the night like he was a common thief because he was shining too much. And they need Bronny to shine. That is the truth. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that what we had that took place, what we emphasized on, the whole playing off those numbers, saying, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to both do this. They don't know those narratives. Dalton Knecht, he's going to play bad if you put him on the floor with Bronny James. Bronny James is not making anyone better with him trying to go one-on-one and shoot the ball all the time. Bronny James is making it more of a problem for Dalton Knecht. He's not making it an easy transition. Now, when you brought Luka in with this ridiculous trade that took place, that was pretty much a league call more than anything, this problem came into play and destroyed everything. Because now the structure of how the team was going to be ran is different. Whether you brought JJ in or not, this is new ownership. Nobody buys something if they don't want to control it. And with LeBron aging, he's out the game. He's obsolete. When you see Dalton Knecht, he's wide open and he can't get the ball because Bronny James is ball dominant. He's got to have a ball. And if he don't, he's just standing in the spot waiting to shoot a three. And he's not swinging the ball around. It's not coming back to him. So he's not able to do the things that it is he does. He's trying to basically play like his father with a Pee Wee Junior body. It's like you're not built to play that way. Your dad has the body frame to play that type of style of basketball. So he could play alongside Luka, and it was like, okay, we're going to try to integrate this more into a Luka team once the trade happened. People don't remember Luka didn't play the whole season. Luka played a half a season with LeBron James. So they played Luka's way and started winning games. If they was playing the same way LeBron was going, the stagnant, it was going to wear them down like bricks. Luka wasn't even 100% because he came back off injury and just played just to help them get to the playoffs. You know, and they was just hoping he didn't re-injure himself. But this is a guy who was going through tightness in his calf, everything. So he had to basically rehab himself back to perfection. Yeah, well, when you start thinking about the necessities of what's going on, right? And you say, okay, well, what is the common detail here? Dalton Knecht can't get off because he's not in rhythm. He don't have the ball. Nobody's really looking to, run the offense correctly, pick and roll, getting him free. When he's free to pop, he don't get the ball. He's getting the ball with like 4 seconds to go on the clock. And then he's got to try to create a shot and get it off because of one guy who can't play professional basketball. It's on the court with you who plays professionally. And it's not helping you in your situation. So it's going to show on the stat line, you're 1 of 6, 1 of 7. And it's like, why is Dalton Knecht shooting 7 shots and Bronny James shooting like 12 to 13? One, you already made the team. I mean, it's not. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous because what you want to focus on is the things that are legit. Things are legitimate to you. Things that really mean something. And if you don't connect, the frustrations has been heavy. And he's expressed his frustration, and he really wants a chance. And it's no chance with Bronny playing 23 minutes a night, and he's on the court with you, and you've been seeing Dalton Knecht just so disconnected. Why do you think it is what it is? When he came back to the Lakers, he didn't want to come back. He really didn't. When the trade got vetoed, he didn't want to come back. The Lakers end up vetoing the trade. He was more than happy being gone because it's psychological. They had him talk to his old teammates. That was his team when he was in college. JJ thought that'd be good for Dalton Knecht because he likes Dalton Knecht. JJ likes Dalton Knecht, but this is the part that sucks, like he told him. He said, look, I played on all these teams, and believe me, I was a guy who felt I should have got more shots in a game, and I'm playing with Dwight Howard. I'm playing with all these other guys, and I'm just not being utilized. So he had to have that heart-to-heart with Dalton Knecht and tell him, like, this is the part that sucks about the game. And I wish it was something I could do to help you. But it's nothing he could do. That's LeBron James' son. What do you want him to say? So the whole narratives are not going to go the way you think. So right now, talks are being had on trading Dalton Knecht. It's like early in the season. He don't care where he goes. He just wants to play. So right now they're in talks and negotiations for the guy Keon Ellis from the Sacramento Kings. Now, Keon Ellis is a great addition to the Los Angeles Lakers. If they could steal him. Keon is in the last year of his contract. So next year, he could join the team flat out, outright. But they kind of want him right now for the low before he gets too expensive. So the Lakers have been contacting the Sacramento Kings about acquiring him. So if you know, Keon Ellis is a somebody. Like, he can play. He's what Vanderbilt should be. So now, I'm not saying he's going to be the whole team to turn them into a world championship team. I'm saying this is the piece they need that would help them get to the next level of trying to go over the top. What you talking about? I'm playing Leonardo, fool. I ain't gonna never be no Ralph. I'm Leo. No, because of everything that's going down. Oh, where I hit this, I keep my ear to the ground, man. So right now, Dalton Knecht in the trade for Keon Ellis, but the Sacramento Kings was like, in the beginning, they said, give us Bronny and Dalton Knecht. They wanted Bronny and Dalton Knecht as a package deal. Give us Bronny and Dalton Knecht. And they said, come on, man, are we trying to do this for real or we're not? No. Well, when people are stuck in a system that don't work, when people are stuck in a system that don't work, this is what happens, Trading Bronny James and Dalton Knecht for Keon Ellis. LeBron had to laugh at that. Trade my son. All right, I'm gonna show the Kings. All right, you don't play with Bronny. You don't play with my Bronny. Nah, you want to play with me? That's fine, but you leave my boy alone. Keep my son's name out your effing mouth. So when they start talking about all the great people and this person was great, that person was great, this person did this great, oh, this person, oh, we can't forget about this. This is what it reminds me of. This is what the whole world is seeing that is not really adding up to anything that is relevant. Okay, with closeouts, whatever. Dalton Knecht was doing all of the little things that people pay attention to. He's doing things the correct way. But when he's on the court with other people that's trying to get theirs, this is his second year. He should be stepping up. And ever since that little trade situation happened, it's been a digress. His game has digressed, even though this dude is a knockdown shooter. Should have never gotten to the Lakers. I don't know how he did that. Had he been on any team right now, you're talking one of the top rookies in basketball. I watched him in college. So Dalton Knecht can play. Bronny James right now has been a complete disappointment from his mental approach to the game. Now, Stephen A is confused on whatever the hell is going on. I don't know Trump and LeBron. I don't know. It's all the same. So why he's taking that route and making a mockery of himself, real basketball was taking place. So Luka Doncic, who doesn't speak our language.
It's a big change. He's a great player. He's going to help us a lot. But at the end of the day, our mentality needs to be next man up. We got a group of guys. They're practicing. And, hopefully LeBron can join us as soon as possible. Obviously need him. But our mentality got to be next man up. That's it.
Without him playing, how much did that put more of a load on you? Do you view it that way?
No, I don't think so.
So you have to do a little bit more. You do a lot as it is. But
I just want to play basketball. I'll do less, no more. Whatever it takes to get a win.
I just want to play basketball, whatever it takes. A little less, a little more. Whatever it takes, man. I'm just here to play basketball, man. Put his next man up. And LeBron James fans are pissed. Now, I know what Laker fans are going to say right away. Why are we getting rid of Dalton Knecht for Keon Ellis? Because he's what Vanderbilt was supposed to be. Vanderbilt was that before he got injured. He had that toe, that he had a leg injury, then he had a foot injury, and he was never the same. And then they made him just a stand in the corner to try to hit one shot guy. Vanderbilt used to guard everybody on the court, and he just couldn't anymore. So when he couldn't when he couldn't do those things anymore, when he couldn't perform at the level or the capacity that everyone else wanted to perform at, it came out to show to the world what they were and how they moved. And it wanted to show the world what they could do. But adding Keon Ellis, who's in the last year of his contract, and them making calls, inquiring about Keon Ellis, talking about some draft picks and Dalton Knecht. They're serious about moving Dalton out of the way. Whether the deal gets done, we have to wait and see. But don't say it's not happening. Now, the main problem in this scenario is Bronny James. Bronny was very disappointed. You know, he didn't want to talk to the press. He was having a mental breakdown. No, what they want with Keon Ellis is Keon is going to defend. Keon Ellis is going to defend. All right? Keon Ellis is going to defend. Dalton Knecht, as much as he tries, he's white, he's slow, unfortunately, for him. And there's just so many defensive liabilities on the Lakers. Keon immediately adds some defensive pressure with him on the court. Bronny James, the highest scorer in G League. What does that mean? Do you know Isaiah Thomas was the highest scorer in G League? You know, he's putting up 50, 60, 50, 60. And he wasn't getting on the team. Because it was never about the ability to play the game. This is a whole politics. To stay in the NBA a long time, you got to have relationships. You got to be willing to do the work that they want you to do. You can't be in trouble with certain things that you do that keep you in this league and certain things that you don't do that will get you out of it very fast. Being a player coach, that helps. Austin Reeves had to talk to Bronny James after a bad practice. Bronny had a really bad practice. That was after the game that he just sucked. The last preseason game he played, and he was awful. Again, he had a bad practice to follow. And fresh crews, don't get my blood pressure high. Now, here's the thing. He don't have a talent story. Well, he don't have any story. That's the thing. There is no story of Bronny. The problem is Bronny was emotionally having a breakdown, and Austin Reeves pulled him to the side and talked to him and, build him up. And LeBron thanked Austin Reeves because Bron was like, man, thank you for talking to Bronny, man. He told me you talked to him. and you came and told him stuff, but Bronny got to be tough, man. I told him, no, man, don't worry about nothing, man. This season start, man, we're going to hit that magnet ball. You're going to be straight. Man, it's going to shut everything up. I know he wants them to turn it on now. It's like, man, they got to evaluate talent. They got to evaluate these other guys before they start turning that magnet on. But don't worry, they'll turn it on for you. Just give it time. Don't worry about it. You already signed. You ain't going nowhere. Now, Chris Paul has finally got a chance to win a championship with the Clippers. The Clippers right now, I mean, Kawhi Leonard's playing. The whole team down there is playing. And the only thing that can stop them is injuries. But now they got so many players on the team, they don't even have to play that many minutes. Like, that is a team 1 through 12. It's so much of a talent differential. It don't even make sense. Yeah, it was essentially a bad spot, you know. And when you were in a bad spot or a bad position, you start seeing yeah, exactly. Oh, no. That was never going to be the case. Oh, yeah. I mean, because now you can't get Zubac in trouble no more. If Zubac is the guy you got to try to beat, oh, yeah, because if that's who you got to beat, then the levels are just going to go up. Think about it. If Zubac is the only guy that's there for you to beat, saying, for me to be great, I got to beat Zubac. Okay, he fouled out. Now you got a backup coming in that's going to dominate. You got, I mean, just dominate and be next level. No. Dalton Knecht, the way he was traded, you know, as a rookie, he was traded in the middle of the night. And once he got in, met the team, you know, he's in a hotel in Carolina somewhere. And then he gets a call saying, hey, you know, don't go to practice. And he's like, don't go to practice. Like, that don't make any sense. Why am I not going to practice? And I just got to the team. Like, you're going back to the Lakers. And he didn't even want to go. He was like, man, I don't want to go back to them. Why can't I just stay here? I just stay here. I can play. You know, like, I have an opportunity to play. And, you know, it's a different situation than what people are. Yeah, it's different than what they understand. When you have somebody that is so unique to the game, like a talent, and they trying to build around that person, they want to build the whole team around what that person can do and the style of play that they like to play at. Right? They know the way that, like, they know the way LeBron likes to play. Right? They know the way Luka likes to play. So they're going to build a team in the form of the player, in the way his style of play, how he likes to move, the whole nine. That's how the game is going to go. They're going to say, well, we got to build this team up this way right now. Yep. Hold on. Something's wrong here. I'm checking on something. All right, we got a major malfunction here. Am I getting notified the wrong way or the right way? Luka needs a setup, man. That could be the case. But when you got Dalton Knecht on the team and he can shoot, he's got length, he can play this game, but he's unmotivated because he can't get the opportunity to do the things he needs to do or have done. Not really, but that never worked before anyway. Or had any LeBron retire in Cleveland. Well, good luck to him. But yes, they're trying to get Keon Clark. They wanted Bronny James and Dalton Knecht, but they were being funny. But no, they want they want Keon Ellis, not Keon Clark, but Keon Ellis of the Sacramento Kings. So Dalton Knecht will be playing with the Kings. It'd be like, good luck. You'll be playing with you're gonna be playing with Zach LaVine and what's his name? Do they still have him on the team? Oh my God, what's his name? The guy from Compton. I'm trying to think. Who was that guy from? My goodness. The Frozen. Yeah, that's him, the Frozen. Yeah. DeMar DeFrozen. No, I mean, the way I see it, man, look, it's whatever. However they think it should be played, that's how it's gonna play out. Mm-hmm. I don't know what just happened, AKZ. It's some type of error that came in and deleted your message. I wasn't even trying to do that. I don't even know how that happened. Yeah, this thing is just malfunctioning all kind of ways. He said they might not even make the playoffs. Okay, I don't even know why. Why didn't they take that down? Might as well just, instead of Mike, just say they ain't gonna make the playoffs. I'm like, what the hell going on? It's all kind of malfunctioning going on. I can see the message and can't nobody else see it. That's crazy. YouTube bugging. Yeah, they bugging. They bugging out. I don't know. Keon Clark is not the answer to the team, but it's an improvement. Do they need another Dalton Knecht on the team? No. The Lakers don't need another Dalton Knecht. Mm. Well, there was a lot of people who were not privy. Yeah, they weren't privy to all of the situations and the things that were transpiring out there on the field. No, it's a lot of people have their own biases. So to say what another person is or isn't or what they're gonna do, it's just about fit. Sure, Dalton Knecht could play on this team, not with Bronny James on it. He's not gonna be able to get off because Bronny's gonna be in the way. He doesn't know how to make players around him better. He doesn't know how to. He's not a professional, real professional player yet. A lot of practice could help him get there, but yeah, I hate the Dodgers myself. I could not deal with another Dodgers World Series. Yeah, pretty much. That's it. That's it in a nutshell, really. Because if you look at it, you think LeBron's gonna care if Dalton Knecht is happy or unhappy? Dalton Knecht's unhappy. Stop making me tickle, man. You trying to mess with me, man. Stop, bro. Man, I just ate. I just ate, man. You making me laugh, man. Stop. Man, you crazy. He just told me Dalton Knecht is upset. Oh man, my side hurt, man. Stop. My side is hurting. It's throbbing right now. Dalton Knecht is upset. So he's not gonna care. Why would he care? But he would love Keon Clark on the team. But that fits more of what Luka likes anyway. And the fact that Vanderbilt is still on the team sucking up money is a waste of time and money and energy. Man, that changed the whole world because the whole outlook on the situation changed. So they're still in contact with Keon Ellis. He's not on the team yet, but he's in the last year of his contract. So for what they're trying to do this season, be better defensively, it's unfortunate. You just got too many white boys and too many slow people on the court at one time. And Dalton Knecht, he's just being thrown in and taken out. And he being treated like he's the 55th pick in the draft instead of somebody who was essentially one of the best in that draft class. I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, really, what? That's the essential part of it. What are they going to do? There's nothing they can do about it, bro. Mm-mm. No, it's just a lot that's going on. It's not making a lot of sense around the board. And for some reason, a lot of us are not getting a chance to understand why. You feel me? Ooh. Okay. Now it's working. Okay. Narrative. The narrative that Keon Clark can turn the whole team around by himself would be laughable to some. But with JJ saying the communications is better now with guys on the court than it was last year, then there's only one person who isn't around, LeBron James. So if the communication was poor last year, who's that falls upon? And you're right, JJ is looking old as hell now.
In real time, and we're really happy with the progress.
LeBron stressing
Still got a ways to go, but it's happening.
You ended in a tie.
Yeah.
Why not put more time on the clock and have one?
Well, we did do an overtime,
Okay.
and then they were tied after that overtime. Yeah, so it's a tie. It's a tie. Yeah.
Places to go, Dave. That's what people got to remember.
Yeah.
JJ, at your opening presser, you talked about that utility plays, where the big three essentially have actions they run together. But with Luka and Austin, what does that look like on the floor, and what's the balance of having those utility plays versus each of them running ball screens while the others spacing?
I think with just the two of them, it makes it a little bit easier because Austin is so good and dynamic off the ball, and I think there's a sort of early offense utility plays, and then there's our set utility plays, and Austin, his versatility just makes things, I think, easier when it's just the two of them, and that's just the reality, right? So it's in some ways that part until he gets on.
What do you think has been the biggest jump this team has made? Being in San Francisco, you guys made a big
it's interesting. I was having a conversation with St. Jean this morning, and last year we started our meeting the night before camp, and our presentations during this portion of preseason, it was like and less about what we were doing, and so we've kind of flipped it this year, and this is what we do, and then once we get down with preseason, we've got a few days before we play our first game. We want to do, and we've been able to install, we've been able to review, we've really, to me, been able to take our time. Where those first three, although they were longer practices, you feel so rushed because you got to play a game. You got to play. Wasn't going to be a lot done on Saturday. That's just the reality. So you got 3 practices to play 2 games. Can you look somewhat functional in 3 days? This is best. So I think we have gotten better. We've pushed ourselves. The shape is better. The good
presence. Better.
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. We're going to be tested on it tomorrow.
You guys play the same. Play the same on enforcing. Does that help? I guess in terms of like measuring stick, and seeing like the progress against the same opponent.
Yes, good for sure. Like Phoenix.
You know why they played Phoenix that many times? Here's the reason why they played Phoenix so many times. They played Phoenix that many times so that they can rest and sleep in their own beds. Phoenix is like about, a 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour trip that was going nowhere. That's a short flight. That's like them going to Sacramento, them going to Orlando, or Arizona, so that they can sleep in their beds and not have large travel. And meanwhile, all the other teams are going from Arizona to New Orleans. They flying all around the world doing all this craziness. The Lakers getting all this comfort in the first month of the season, getting them all comfortable. And that is not helping. That's why I said, yeah, you're doing that because LeBron want to be comfortable. He don't want no responsibility. Comfort, comfort, comfort. That's all he's thinking about. Yeah. Oh, they probably mad. I'm telling the whole plan that they trying to trade Dalton Knecht. I'm telling the whole plan. They like, he telling the whole plan, coach. He telling the whole plan, coach. The whole plan. No, because see, here's the thing. It doesn't matter. They're choosing Bronny James over Dalton Knecht because he's LeBron's son. Now you got somebody who was like the 13th pick or 15th pick in the draft versus somebody who shouldn't even be in the league. See, that's the crime. That's the problem here. That's the part everybody's going to have to go, whoa, yeah, that is right. This is a guy who's getting special privilege because of his daddy. So like I told you, his daddy don't care about how Dalton Knecht feels. You think LeBron is losing sleep over Dalton Knecht? He could care less. How do you think I know about the mental collapse that happened with Bronny James right after practice? How do you think I know that? Because obvious there were people who were there who saw it. But guess what they're not going to do? Report on it. They're not going to report on it. Austin Reeves had to pull him to the side and talk to him. And said, bro, I was a walk-on. I was an undrafted. They saw me as a slow white boy who couldn't play. And I got to work out with the Los Angeles Lakers. And I came in and cooked everybody that they drafted and their team. And got a deal. They signed Austin Reeves to a deal immediately. Now, I understand him trying to build up Bronny's spirits. But Bronny's problem is mental. What they're asking him to do is not a lot. But him being afraid to attack the basket, find other guys, make the right plays, defensively on defense, he's watching the ball too much and not watching his defender. It's a lot of stuff you can see on the film that's just awful. Dalton Knecht wants to play. If the Lakers want to play him, sure, he'll play for the Lakers, but he wants the opportunity. This is his second year. This is the contract year. This is the money. Nobody wants to be in that situation. They don't. Nobody wants to be in that A and B conversation. No way. This is a money thing. So this is messing up money for Dalton Knecht. He need to show these people, look, I'm worth the money. Now, next year he gets signed to a deal, then it's going to be some low-rate deal when he should be getting a big bag. All because they put him on the wrong team. Sometimes being on the Lakers isn't a good thing for you. That's because other people didn't realize how much they damaged Dalton Knecht mentally with that trade. I see Dalton Knecht putting on a show. In his next outing, Dalton Knecht should be putting up a show. To show the Sacramento Kings what they'll be getting. Because they're not going to pay Keon Ellis. I'm sorry about that. We got disconnected. You see what they like to do? Mm-hmm. It's like playing a dangerous game. Well, they want to impede on your success. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, today they were saying that he had a soreness in his shoulder, Bronny James. As an excuse for Bronny, they're trying to say Bronny has shoulder soreness. Mm-hmm. I'm making up things because I hate LeBron. So because I hate LeBron, Dalton Knecht is unhappy with playing on the team. Because I hate LeBron, he doesn't want to go to a team where he can be featured. Because I hate LeBron, I'm just made up a story about the Lakers talking to the Sacramento Kings, trying to do a trade for Dalton Knecht with Keon Ellis. I just dug up Keon Ellis out the dirt. So if it happens and it comes true, then what? Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. Let's see what they bring to the table. Dalton Knecht don't like being traded to Sacramento. Stop making me laugh, man. I don't give no damn about no Dalton Knecht. Stop playing. Bronny or Dalton Knecht. I told you, in the initial trade, they wanted Dalton Knecht and Bronny James. And the Lakers laughed and said, "Are we serious? Are you serious? Let's get serious." Now, we can do Dalton Knecht, some draft picks, and they said, "Hey, we'll revisit it in a few weeks. Let's give it a few days, 3 weeks." So look for Dalton Knecht to be moved for Keon. Now, granted, both of them got to be healthy. But what do they get out of Keon? Somebody that's more athletic and a better defender. You don't need another shooter. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Answer me this. Why is it such a shock or a surprise to you that LeBron Ramon James would keep his son over Dalton Knecht? We all know Dalton is better. Dalton was picked over him. What has been the narrative? Oh, yeah. All the narratives change. They never gonna change it. We got media that's in the camp. Yeah. No. Um, there will be a what they call a difference of play. Dalton Knecht doesn't hate Bronny James. It's just a business. That's all it is. It's a business. So bringing Keon on the scene is completely different. But if you're a rookie last year, you're on your 2-year deal. Your rookie deal is over. Now, if they sign you, they're gonna base it off your numbers. See, that's one thing Gilbert Arenas got very lucky on. By them punishing him, yeah, they were punishing him by saying, okay, here's what we gonna do with you. Bronny's not getting traded unless his daddy going with him. That's how much the Lakers don't want him. It's a package deal. Now, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, he gonna be probably after his dad is out the league, then they'll make that decision. Depending on how far the Lakers go this year, is the decision they gonna make with LeBron. His power has already been dissipated. Dalton Knecht does not hate Bronny James. So eliminate that out your circumference. He just don't. There's nothing about that that says, you know what? I hate this dude. It's like, for what? Right. He knows Bronny James is the lifeline right now. If I go up against Bronny James, I'm going against myself. Because if I want to get a deal in this league, I got to be cool with the situation, even though it's altering me. They're going to judge me off my numbers. Oh, it's Luka's team now. From the moment Luka got on the court, it was his team. They moved heaven and earth to get Luka Doncic. They saw what happened when they got Luka and said, this is the biggest impact. This was the impact we thought we was going to get when we got LeBron, when we got AD. We didn't have any impact like when we got Luka. And that's the new owners. That's their decision. And they buying everything up. NFL teams, they got the Dodgers. Now they want to own the Lakers. Then they'll be able to battle with Ballmer. Because Ballmer is sucking up all their business. So Jenny Buss got to get out the business. All that. We're investigating Kawhi Leonard. We're investigating. How that investigation going? I told y'all. This is why I didn't even get entertained like everybody else. And that dude, Pablo, whoo-hoo, he gonna learn what messing with billionaires is like. On the real. You don't mess with billionaires, son. Oh, you gonna learn. You gonna learn. Now, Bronny James has a shoulder contusion on the injury report. He has a right shoulder contusion, right? And a jammed finger. Nothing severe. He's practicing every day. He's got one like jammed finger and a shoulder contusion, like shoulder soreness. That's it. Bronny James is playing and he's practicing. He's just not going to do media. Now, yeah, well, It depends on what you want to believe in. What do you believe in? So I will be giving out my football picks for my all access and VIP Patreons. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's crazy like that. Yes, that's on my Carcino for Life Patreon. And don't forget, you could be a member here. We're gonna try to, if we keep getting enough members on this platform here, we're gonna do giveaways. So if you join the membership, we're gonna get around Christmas time. That's only in a couple of months. So I'm telling people, start getting in now. Because y'all asked me for these memberships. And now y'all got them. Y'all was like, man, I want my badge. Well, it's there. Get your badge. Now, here's the situation that's going forward. When you look at Dalton Knecht, he's in a contract year. Keon is in his contract year. You make a trade for him, you're not going to pay Dalton Knecht. You're not going to pay. Right. Dalton Knecht is not staying with the Lakers. He's going to be out because he's not re-signing with the Lakers. That's out. He's not going to be a part of this Bronny James thing another year. So Dalton Knecht wants to get out and spread his wings and grow and show that he could play and be on the floor with the A squad. The same way he was when he was playing with LeBron and before Luka got to the team. He was balling out. But you got Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. You got your two white boys, so you hit your quota. Anything more than that is a liability, unless they're coming off the bench. That's just the facts. Hit the like button up for that. Yeah, well, when people don't see things or they don't understand things, there is a type of situation that others don't know about. Like when they start seeing an avalanche of an agenda. Yeah, well, when you start bringing in personalities that don't usually align with what it is that you do. Mistakes is always going to be made on a basketball court. Nobody said Bronny James got to be perfect. What are you talking about? When did we say Bronny James has got to be perfect? Man, Bronny James has got to be perfect. That's what the problem is. He ain't perfect. Nobody's saying Bronny James got to be perfect. What the hell are you talking about? No, Bronny James is not somebody that's perfect. Nobody is. Kobe has made mistakes. Isaiah Thomas has made mistakes. Oscar Robertson has made mistakes. You're going to make a mistake on the court. It's not about that. It's about the many mistakes you're making on the court that's costing the team. That's the problem. The little things. Not pinning down, not keeping an arm in contact on your opponent, shying away from contact, not watching your defender, just watching the ball, falling asleep on what they call falling, it used to be called falling asleep on the court. You falling asleep on the court, getting stuck watching the ball. Oh no. The IQ level was entirely different. No. Well, let's see it in the comment section. Who would you rather have? Dalton Knecht or Keon Ellis in the trade? Who do you want? You wouldn't want Keon Ellis? Now, let me rephrase that now. That's playing alongside Bronny James. Right? They bringing in Bronny and Dalton Knecht to come into the game. Who you want playing in? Well, no, the times have changed. It's over now. No, I wasn't covering that. No, this is the problem is you got a 40,000-year-old player on the team milking the damn time. That's the problem. The problem. I don't see what the problem is. He's the goddamn problem. What you mean? He the one that's sucking up all the money, sucking up the $53 million that you'll never have to pay that again after this year. You paying him to leave. The owner should just buy his ass out and get him out of the way, get his ass off the books. This is the reason that y'all in peril. Luka gonna turn your whole franchise around. This guy led it to the grave. I already showed you. LeBron came to LA to get rich. That's it. Nobody was doing no business deals in Cleveland. He got to be in Cali. That's why he's taking up golf. He realized, dang, Steph Curry's getting all these deals. Steph Curry plays golf. Billionaires play golf. That's how Steph got all these deals and corporate deals and NBC and how he getting these TV shows and all that? Dwayne Wade had a TV show. I ain't got no TV show. I want one called Bron. It's the LeBron James show where, you take this thing, you run around and somebody, got to come get you and chase you around the house. It's like hide and seek. Who gonna find the next person? It was a growing narrative, a comparative situation where you had experienced guys in the league. Normally there was a veteran to back up somebody, right? Who's the backup to LeBron? Right? When is LeBron going to realize your time is over, bum? Nobody is wanting to see that bum anymore. So if Keon Clark can play with the bum, I'm quite sure Dalton Knecht, he just wants to get a chance because he's in a contract year. And that's why I said Stephen A. Smith wasn't wrong about Bronny at all. He knew exactly what he was talking about when it came to Bronny. Mm-hmm. Well, the problem is when you try to do things that's out your wheelhouse, that's when people start to notice. They start to come in and say, okay, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. No, that's not the case. The Luka and LeBron show don't work if everybody ain't on board. You can't come in there and be divisive. If LeBron comes in and be divisive and talking about he's smiling at Luka's face, but behind the back, he want to do things his way, pulling strings behind the scenes, I think he know now it's Luka's team. Luka got paid a fortune coming through the door. They ain't do that for you. They was hoping you leave on your own. But now they're going to have to show you the door. This is the first time somebody's showing you to the door, buddy. They sandmanning your ass to the door. They want to get everything together to farewell bid your ass up out of here. And this is beyond JJ and everybody else he got around him. This is all on you, buddy. You created this maze you can't get through. They are tired of your bullshit. And you finna get up out of here. I have no idea where they're going to go with this as far as the future, but as far as basketball concerns, nah, we done. Like, there's nothing they could really do right now that would mean something in this sport. It's just like, when somebody say, man, that's just doesn't make any sense to me. Why somebody would go to this extreme. Like that don't make sense to me. This don't make sense to me. Because it's not adding up. Well, there's many of people doing things out here that just doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, so It's like one time you gotta like move to a certain place and you're not ready to go just of yet, and then you make an adjustment in your life to your new living environment. That's how it is going to another team. Just your arrival to the team brings energy. You see what I'm saying? It brings an energy. You've been on the court. When Kobe came in, even in his like second year, and he came onto the floor, he adds energy, that usefulness. It make everybody else gotta adjust to his speed. It adds an energy to the floor. LeBron James gets on the court. It don't add energy to the team. He deflates it. He comes in there and he basically is slowing the game down. He's playing a stagnant game. You standing around in one spot for him to try to get by somebody. He can't get by anybody, so he got to do high pick and roll. Then he gonna try to drive to the basket and rim run, and it's till he kicks it out to somebody for a three. It's the most ridiculous way of playing basketball because you're not playing basketball. You're standing around like robots waiting for the ball. And that's how he's teaching his son to play already in the league. Bronny just standing around waiting for somebody to kick him the ball like he's a three-point shooter, which is ridiculous. Oh, cuz man, you can get somebody hurt being a ref outside. Oh no, there was so much going on at that time. Yeah, it was so much going on at that time, bro. I can't even call it, fam. I mean, who would take LeBron at that point? That's the point. That's the part that keeps getting me. He's not adding value to your team. That's why the majority of these guys that's on the court. Yeah, you want to make sure that you're doing your part. Absolutely not. Guys are going to give them fits. Okay. He grew. That's it. Do I think they're going to sit Bronny to the G League? Absolutely. Bronny's going back to the G League. Luka Doncic is only playing in 2 preseason games. I think that's a mistake. Yeah, playing Luka Doncic in only 2 games is a mistake. When you're trying to play it slow and to do it this way, and we're going to slowly play them, you're not preparing them. You're preparing them to get injured. You're making it too comfortable for them. Did you see the Clippers? Did you see Kawhi Leonard, who got all the knee injuries in the world? Did you think he was missing a game? He was out there playing like it was the championship game. When you see guys running their sets, now I'm not saying, oh, look at what they're running right now. I'm not somebody who's saying that. The reason why I'm not saying, oh, look at what they're running, because they're not going to run all of their sets, all of the split action plays, and all, you're not going to see a lot of that in preseason. You're just seeing guys run around, run a couple of basic sets, and Bronny can't get that right. Like basic basketball decisions. I'm going to do an L cut, a V cut. I'm going to do it all. I'm running the floor. When you see people go down the lane, right, and they go all the way trying to do something, Well, you have to build that rapport. No, because what LeBron James has done has put himself in a position that doesn't usually or customly put himself on a platform of well, he didn't put himself and align himself with greatness. He basically, rode the wave of success, saying, I'm going to ride this train and see how far I can go. Most of the people there, they don't care. There's so much stuff that's going on that other people say, hey, that's slander. Slander? No, bro, that's just the way it is. And unfortunately, that's where the game is. This game does not cater to those who don't care about it. No. So if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, this is how it's gonna end up for you. So I'm trying to let you know this is how it's gonna end up for you. You'll be out of this league before it even starts. Before you even took a breath, you'll be out the league. His ego is hurt. The best thing to do is to remove him from the team. You do not need LeBron James on your team no more. What is he adding to the team? So what the Lakers need to do, honestly, buy him out, get this motherfucker off the team, and get back to the way things used to be. Make it about basketball again. Make it about wins and losses. Stop making it about stats that don't mean a damn thing on the court. We sick and tired of seeing this overprivileged bum walk around here like he owned the place. He ain't built nothing. Talking about he should get a statue in LA. Statue for what? You haven't done nothing. You came here running your damn mouth and trying to build something off your reputation, which is doo-doo. Retire. I'm serious. Retire. There's no reason for you to still be in the league right now. You should be gone. Who am I going to talk about when Bron gone? Well, let's get him out of here, and then we going to see. Whoever's screwing up the game. How about that? Whoever is screwing up this game enough, that's who we talking about. You screwing up my game, you got to go. Dude popping pills on the sideline. We don't need that crap out here on the floor. You are the problem. You have ruined this game, and you got other people coming in here thinking they entitled, bringing that entitlement to the game. You are not helping the league. You're bringing in another players like you that just want to take. So there's nothing left to take because you done took it all. Can't man, another entitled player. How many more you want to dig up? They everywhere. All this entitlement. I should have this. I should have this. What should you have? You haven't earned nothing. You got to build something. You have brought nothing to the table. I'm sad people have to see that. Really, I am. Because it's insulting to me. Y'all shouldn't have had to see that. Not at all. That's how passionate I am about what I do. Mm-hmm. I know, right? And all of them gonna say, oh, how wrong you were, sir. I wasn't wrong. I was right. It just took you longer to realize it. Everything I've said about LeBron has been 100% true. And everybody knows it. Now, when we gonna stop playing games and get back to business and get back to the way things supposed to be? We living in la la land right now. We need to get out of it, or we're gonna be stuck in this bubble where we don't get anything done. Are you sick of living like that? I know I'm sick of seeing it. Hit the like button. Super chat work. My Cash App is Carcino. You see the banner going by. Right. I didn't want to make this an all-day thing because this is a real thing. We really tired of LeBron. We really tired of players. Y'all got to lose a great draft pick like Dalton Knecht because this dude want his son, Bronny James, on the team. You about to lose a top prospect that you could build around for years. While Austin Reeves go get his money, you could have been building with Dalton Knecht and getting other players around him and Luka. He got young players like Jackson Hayes. He's made Jackson Hayes better. He got Jackson Hayes a deal. See, that's what great players do. You ain't forcing the organization to pay people. You're increasing their playing value by their numbers going up. LeBron makes everybody better. It was bullshit. JR, Shump, all of them, they numbers going down to the toilet. And Shump won his boy like JR. JR was the kiss ass. But once he messed up there, JR was done. He was never going to play with JR again. I knew that. This man quit when the game going to overtime. Who does that? And you want to crown that guy the GOAT, the greatest player to ever play the game, don't quit in NBA Finals. I'm sorry. That don't work here. Sir, yes, sir. If they say the bus don't move, the bus don't move. Caruso won without LeBron. A lot of people gonna win without LeBron. He shouldn't even dribble a basketball. He should just announce he's retired. And now everybody echoing what I said earlier in the year. I said if they lose games, LeBron's gonna want to trade. Who's gonna pick him up? He gonna anchor your team to the ground. LeBron deserved to be on a winning team. Let him go out with the championship. You put him on the Clippers, he gonna sink whatever ship he's on. And his ego can't handle coming off the bench. He wanted to be a drunk, now he's a drunk. Never was, sir. Overrated team killer. Poison. So anyway, I got to get these picks ready for tomorrow for my NFL picks. All right, I'm out. Don't forget to go to the Patreon, man. That's where I'm going to have my picks. Now, if you've been taking my picks, you've been winning some money. So let's get paid. I'm out.